because churches typically don't accept us. And we are fortunate we have Father Russ, who is sort of our own personal priest, who is one of our biggest supporters and sort of looks after us. And so that's been very, very...
And there are certainly sects of Christianity and the other religions that are very welcoming of people that are different, that are people that are in the LGBT, lesbian, gay, transsexual, bisexual community. You know, we don't want to paint all of organized religion into a corner, but certainly there's a lot of it out there that is not welcoming.
That's right. And
not inclusive.
Yeah, and I don't mean to suggest that they're all like that, but certainly we have historically not been very well accepted, which is unfortunate. But here things have actually been. I don't want to get into a long discussion on religion, but certainly
religion always gets into long discussions.
Yeah. But certainly we have not had any horrible experiences here. Although people like us do tend to shy away from the church.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Right. I shy away from it a bit. I don't think much about my past.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you with that.
But yeah, ugly things have happened, and the religion has been used as a bludgeon, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah. It is. It's too bad. I certainly, you guys know I'm looking for a husband. I would like to have a church wedding, and as odd as that is, but it's not odd, I suppose.
It's not.
Being that I've sort of been, shunned by formal religion to a large degree, certainly most churches probably would not accept that. I think there are some that would. And I would sort of like to do that. I know we had actually gone some time back to over to the Niantic Community Church, and they were very nice to us. We went over there. Father Russ was doing a guest sermon, and we went over there. They were very nice to us, and so certainly there are churches that are not that are open and affirming, right? And but some aren't, and so we've had to sort of deal with that, which doesn't mean that we've had to give up God by any means.
No.
And we don't. I don't. I have a very strong relationship with God.
You just have to have a personal relationship with God instead of having somebody else tell you what God thinks about you.
Right. Which, yeah, exactly. It's sort of like, how do you know? But anyway, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, not at all.
To drive that into a religious discussion, but it's it's one of those things that we've had to sort of deal with, and it gets more complicated all the time. But I'm not sure that's really a bad thing. So
no.
But anyway, if you're out there, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you. And do you guys want to talk a little bit about the group and where we're going, what we're doing?
Oh boy, where we're going, what we're doing. Well, we're trying to make connections with lots of other support groups throughout the state to try to form a network, and obviously you can get more done when you can work together. We have some good connections with Connecticut Trans Advocacy, and there are more groups in the Hartford area and the New Haven area that we've started to make connections with, both adult groups and youth groups. This is certainly not something limited to folks our age. More and more, as information becomes readily available about this this little bit different birth defect than what people may be used to, more and more people are recognizing it earlier in life and not struggling with decades of severe depression and self-loathing. We have a member of our group who came out in high school. She knew that her gender identity did not match what the doctor put on her birth certificate, and when she went on to high school and right here in southeastern Connecticut, she started dressing in girls' clothes and makeup and nail polish, and That was only a few years ago. And so it's actually very, very important that we reach out to the youth community, educate both the youth that are out there and their parents and their mentors, school guidance counselors and such, that this is a real medical condition recognized by the AMA, American Medical Association. There are treatment plans available. They involve hormones prescribed by a licensed endocrinologist and surgery performed by licensed surgeons. It doesn't have to be a decade's worth of nightmare.
All right. Things are getting better. Things are truly getting better, I think. And of course, you were talking about, this young person you're talking about is Lily.
Is Lily, yeah.
Who should be on a show with us. I'm not sure where she is, but she has been too busy to be with us. She will be with us at some point. She is one of the hosts of this show. And
it'll be lovely to have her back.
She is
with
always
us.
fun. We love Lily. She's always fun. She is very witty and bright,
Yes.
and it's always fun having her on. And
She has a way of snapping us all back to into perspective.
Yeah, and we miss
take
her.
ourselves just a touch too seriously.
So Lily, Lily, if you're listening,
we miss you.
Get yourself down here. You're supposed to be on the show with us. So. But yeah, and we actually had a caller last week who was a very young caller, 18-year-old
right.
caller.
And I made a mental error at during that show that it bothers me to make mental errors, and I made a big one. I think. I mean, I assumed that this individual was coming out as being transsexual,
right?
But maybe this individual was coming out as being gay. Wasn't last Saturday National Coming Out Day? And I didn't know that.
It was recently, yeah.
I certainly didn't know that was the case, and I'm curious if I misunderstood. So if that person's out there, please call. I'd like to ask better questions.
Yeah, and please contact our group if you're listening tonight. We would love to hear from you and help you in any way we can.
And even if you're not transsexual, we may be able to put you in touch with some support groups that you may find helpful.
Right. Yeah, we don't discriminate against anybody. You don't have to be transsexual to talk to us.
And yeah, sometimes maybe we get a little trans-centric in our discussions, but I certainly think we want to discuss broader GLBT, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender issues as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was counseled that we should explain our acronyms more.
Explain our acronyms more, yes.
Yes.
Explain the flag. If you're not familiar with it, it's the rainbow flag's been adopted by the GLBT, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual community as a symbol of unity and inclusion. Mm. And it's pretty.
And it's pretty, yes. We like it. So there it is. Anyway, there was something I wanted to say, and now I'm drawing a blank. But I'm sorry.
Okay.
Where was I going with this? Oh, yes, we're going to be having some guests on the show. We've got a bunch of people lined up. We're just kind of trying, this is our second show. We were trying to sort of get everybody acquainted with us and what we're doing and things like that, and we will be bringing a bunch of guests on. We're also going to do some other interesting things. We're talking about getting a mobile camera and doing some stuff in the field, maybe doing shows off-site and things.
And we have big plans for the, I think it's the 29th is the Wednesday before Halloween for our Halloween show.
Yes, tune in for our Halloween show. That's going to be fun.
You think we raise eyebrows now?
Oh God, yes, yes. By all means, tune in for the Halloween show.
Oh, you can't blame God for anything we do that day.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I'll behave. Anyway, and be sure and tune in for Father Russ is up right after us, and you all know Father Russ, and he will be. We love Father Russ.
His show, Street Talk.
Street Talk is on immediately following us, so